Hey y'all, today is my first day on the job for Amazon Flex, so I thought I would document my day, let you know what it's actually like. I'm in the Denver metro area, and hopefully I can start doing this frequently. Just at the gas station, filled up my tank, so I'm ready to go. I want to be able to record my miles and see if this is actually worth my time and what the deal is. So I am headed to the warehouse now, and I will continue to update you. Bye. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to throw some information out there as I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll get better at this, maybe I won't. My first block is today from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And at 12 o'clock on my Android phone, I'm using my iPhone. They're not supporting iPhones at this time, but hopefully they will get there in the future. The Amazon Flex app is open, and it did give me the option to start travel and let me know that I had a block in 1 hour. So far so good. Navigation seems to be well, and I'm hoping everything goes smoothly. It seems like we're off to a good start since it gave me the option to start the travel for my day. So I will update you a little bit more along the way. I am headed to the warehouse as we speak. Okay, so we made it to the warehouse. When I pulled up, immediately there was a security guard who I stopped with. He asked for my ID, gave it to him. He wrote down my license plate number, gave me this vest, which I have to wear while I'm in the warehouse. And the next part of this is that I drive up into the warehouse, stop the stop sign, and someone will direct me from there. I'm about 15-20 minutes early. According to the Amazon Flex app, I cannot check in until 12:45. It's almost 12:30, so I am just gonna hang out here and see how it goes. I'm pretty excited. Actually, I think I might roll back to the security guard and bug him for some information, like how many people are driving, what's going on. He seemed excited too, so I don't know what's going on. I'll be back. Okay, so I got out and I spoke with the security guard at the gate just to see what kind of information I could get from him. He showed me this book, which is just logged full of drivers. I mean, there's just driver, 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 driver. He checks them all in. I would guess maybe 50 to 100 drivers, which makes sense because when I was online doing the WebEx for the start of this program here in Denver, there were 95 attendees on the webinar with me, so I guess that makes sense. A little disappointing to hear, but it makes sense if people are trying to make extra money. He said that he has seen people before where they have 2 shifts a day. So I've only seen 1 shift. I've set my availability from 6 a.m. to midnight, even though that's not necessarily my preferred hours at all whatsoever. But I just wanted to be able to have the opportunity to take any shift that came available just to get my foot in the door. So I've only been offered this 1 block. I'm excited to see maybe after I do this first run if more blocks become available. It seems as though the people who don't show up for the shifts, that's when we get the notification of the same day delivery. So going forward, I'm just going to keep my phone on me at all times. I don't know if this is realistic as far as full-time opportunity, just because there's so many drivers wanting to get in there. So I guess we'll wait and see what happens. You know, I'll get in there and schmooze a little bit with the people inside and see if there's any tips or tricks or anything that I can do to get more deliveries. So I guess we'll see. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but they gave me this little safety vest, which I have to wear when I get inside, and throw on my hazards as I'm driving into the warehouse itself. Again, I did arrive early, and the app is telling me that I cannot check in until 15 minutes before my scheduled pickup. So going forward, I will not arrive 30 minutes early because I'm just wasting my time. So that's it for now. I'll let you know. Okay, something else that I forgot to mention. When I was speaking with the security guard, I was asking him about the amount of packages that are typically issued, and he said as far as he has seen so far, it is about 40 to 50 packages per 4-hour block, which seems like a lot. I mean, you do have 4 hours to deliver in that block, but 40 to 50 packages is still a lot. However, he did explain to me that they do group the packages in a few different zip codes. So maybe you have 80239, 80249, you know, just as an example, because I'm here in Denver, those are 2 zip codes I can throw off the top of my head. So at least it seems as though, just based on the security guards information, that they're at least being efficient and arranging all of the packages in the same area. So I'm really excited to see how that goes, because I'm a pretty efficient person and obviously want to get the most bang for my buck. So I'm actually was able to check in, and we're about ready to head in and drive up. I'm going to do a quick snippet of what it looks like when we're driving in the warehouse. As you can see, there are 2 cars ahead of me. I guess we go in, go to the stop sign, and then people direct us further. So here we go. Okay, people, I just left the warehouse. As you can see, I am literally packed to the top, 46 packages. They are all in the same zip code or close to it, so that isn't bad. Off the bat, because I'm an extremely organized person, I need to figure out efficiency in regards to the packages, right? Because I'm headed to my first delivery, great. But as you can see, like, there's no order to the packages. They don't put them together. There's no indication. So I'm trying to say, so when I go to this first delivery, I'm just going to have to I'm going to be spending time looking through all these packages trying to find the package for this first delivery, which it's not efficient. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. Maybe I'll get better. This is just my first time doing it, so maybe it'll become easier and there might be a system or a method. Who knows? Maybe I may never get a block again. I was speaking to one of the security guards, or one of the employees, I guess, if you will, in the warehouse, and he said there's just hundreds of drivers, so they're everywhere. So I think going forward, my best bet is to be available. I mentioned this before, but I'm going to have my Android phone with me with the Flex app on it at all times. That way, if there is a delivery available because no one, or someone rather, didn't show up, I'm in there. Other than that, I don't see this being 30 hours a week, which I would absolutely love. So a little disappointed about that, but you know, what are you going to do? So I guess I'll let you know how my first delivery goes. Bye. One more thing, it took me approximately 23 minutes to scan all 46 packages. So, and some of them were actually really heavy. I'm pretty strong, so not a big deal, but just wanted to let everybody know what they would expect or anticipate. There were 2 women there. Actually, there were 3 women there. One lady looks like she had been there before. The 2 other women, it was their first time, and they sat around kind of chopping it up with each other, trying to figure out what to do. I, of course, got immediately to business, scanned the packages, and let's do this. Okay, on my way to the first delivery, it is telling me, GPS is telling me to take all these side streets, which I'm just going to skip. I'm going to take the highway because, again, I'm about the efficiency of my travels. So I'm going to take the highway because I think it'll be much quicker than the step-by-step directions that they're giving me. I'm not really sure why it's doing that, but you know how the GPS and the maps go. They're not always that great. One thing that I did notice that I don't like about this is when I'm en route and I'm traveling, I don't as of yet see where my address is until I'm close to it, which I don't like. I want to be able to see my address, see where I'm going, maybe pop it in my iPhone for better directions. And it could be that I just don't have the system figured out yet. However, I have played with all the buttons already as I've been driving, and I do not see an option for where I'm able to locate the address or the addresses, which was kind of a concern when I was watching all the videos, because they didn't seem to show me anything where it lists out all the addresses. I think it just tries to give you the best route, but I would actually prefer to see a list of everywhere that I'm going. So okay, on to the next. Okay, one thing I wanted to mention before I forget, when I was in scanning all my packages, I did come across a package that said it was the wrong package. So I walked it up to the gentleman at the station, if you will, and I don't know, there were two men that were talking in between themselves and something about a package not being scanned correctly. However, I did notice that the package that said it was the wrong scan had a completely different city and zip code than all of my other packages. So he did scan it, told me to wait a minute, and that I could just deliver it. But I did mention to him, like, well, this zip code is way out of my way considering where all my other packages were going. I told him I didn't mind taking it. However, you know, it just didn't seem, I don't know, reasonable that I would have a package way out of the way and I would be going on the other side of town. So he did say that it was, or he did say rather that it was no problem. He took the package back from me and gave it to another driver. So that was kind of cool. So I guess sometimes you just have to speak up, because the point of this is obviously to make as much money as you can in the least amount of time. So I guess we'll see how the day goes. Like I said, I have 46 packages. That's a lot. But if they're all in the same area, which it appears that they are, then maybe it'll be completely worth my time. I have to say already, I am absolutely loving the fact that I'm in my vehicle. There's nobody in my ear telling me what to do. I don't have to check in with anybody. So that's really an exciting feeling. I prefer to work independently. So this just seems to be a great opportunity. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there before I forget. You have to forgive me, I'm not used to being on camera. I absolutely hate being on camera. A little anxious about that, but I figured that I would give you guys some information so you know what to look for. Thanks. Okay, people, so just finished my first delivery, which was individually owned condos and apartments. Luckily for me, the maintenance guy was in there because I had no access at all whatsoever to get to the actual doors to leave the packages. He was able to help me out, but there's not even a main office building. So if he wasn't here, I would not be able to deliver the packages. There was one package in a building right next to this one, and I was unable to deliver the package because the customer did not answer, and there is no maintenance guy in this building, if you will, and I didn't want to bother him to come across to the other building. He seemed a little irritated and stated that I needed an access code anyway. So kind of sucks because now I have to deliver the package back to the warehouse. I was hoping I could just deliver these packages and be on my way, but guess we're going back to the fulfillment center. Okay, we have an update, people. Had to deliver a bunch of packages at an apartment complex where their address doesn't even have the correct street. Been a little hectic. I'm gonna keep going. I only have an hour and a half left, and I think I've only delivered like 7 or 8 packages. So, wish me luck. Okay, another quick update. The navigation is crappy. It kind of sometimes heads you towards the direction, which it does, but it is just absolutely unreal. So I'm using my iPhone once the address pops up, so I'm able to actually find the location quicker, because this whole thing will just have you going around and around in circles. I did, however, have to call support for an address that didn't exist. Lady was very helpful, and she was able to like tell me go east, go west, this is where you're at, so that was really helpful. Okay, one other thing. It is my suggestion that when, let's say you just delivered one of your packages and it shows you the name and address briefly of the next address that you're going to, at that point, before you even take off from your last delivery, I would find your package and be ready for your next delivery instead of waiting till you get to that location and then digging for the package. It just seems easier that way. Okay, people, so I just finished my last delivery. I have 3 minutes to go. So I did end up working my entire 4 hours, the 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. block. Now, what do I think about it? First off, I'd just like to say that I'm not that I'm being my own boss, but the fact that I'm in my vehicle, I don't have anybody hassling me, customer support is amazing. I will absolutely continue to deliver these blocks. I think it is worth it. I haven't even barely touched my gas. The navigation, again, I've said previous videos, is not that great. It'll tell you, you know, your destination is right in front of you, when in fact it's not. You have to make a right or a left onto the streets. So that is definitely a flaw. But other than that, yeah, I think it's a great thing, and I can't wait to get my next block. I actually do have to head back to the Amazon delivery center because I was not able to deliver that one package because you needed an access code to get in. So yeah, other than that, I have to sit in traffic. But not so bad for a first day. Thanks for watching. Okay, well, I was actually able to call into support, and they were able to allow me to reattempt delivery for the package that I attempted to deliver and I wasn't able to. I do not actually have the option on the Amazon app for a re-delivery attempt. However, again, when I did call into support, they were able to mark it as delivered. So I delivered the package and I got everything completed, which is really nice because now I do not have to go back to the warehouse, which saves me a lot of time because it's on the opposite side of where I'm going. I'm hoping that you all found this video helpful, useful, and next time I have when I have another blog, I will be sure to make another video so you guys know what to expect. Or if it's any easier, I do have some, I definitely learned something already about how I need to organize my packages. So lesson learned on that one, and hopefully I'll have an opportunity to keep on delivering. So talk to you next time.